Hello, my name is Nigel and I'm going to show you how to make a snack pack banana cake. The equipment we need is a scale, a small bread tin, an electric whisker, a wooden spoon, and some bowls. The ingredients we need is 3 eggs, some soft margarine, some sugar, self-raising flour, and 3 bananas. Make sure they're very ripe because the riper it is, the better the cake. And there are some optional ingredients as well, like cinnamon or chocolate chips. First, we need to preheat the oven to 200 degrees Celsius. Next, we have to grease and line our tin. Oh wait, I forgot to tell you about the grease-proof paper. To make this easier, I'm going to use some scissors. The way I'm going to grease the tin is by cutting the sides. You want to cut it until it's reached like the tip of the tin. I'm going to fold it across the edges to make it stay. Let me show you. So where you've cut it, you want to put this side at the back and this side at the front. Once you've lined your tin, you want to take out the paper presser and put a little bit of butter inside. Okay. I'm doing this to grease the tin. That much? Yeah. Once you finish doing that, you want to put it in the oven for a little bit until the butter melts. Okay. You want to wait about 30 seconds. It's been 30 seconds now. Let's check on it. But don't forget your oven gloves because it will be hot. Smells a bit. Okay. You want to grease the whole tin, so I'm going to use the pastry brush to help me. I will have to hold it though, so I'm going to use the oven glove. Once you've finished, you want to save your pastry brush for later. After you've done that, you want to put back on your grease-proof paper. To help me, I'm going to use our pastry brush, which should have a little bit more of the fat from the butter on it. And you want to kind of like lightly dab it onto one side. I'll show you here. So here I've dabbed it onto one side, and now to make it easier, I press down on the side that I want to stick it onto and it stays. so it just makes it a little bit more easier. It needs to come up all the way to the top, but don't worry. If you don't want it and you want it to be precise, you can just cut off the edges. The reason why I'm using grease-proof paper is to stop the cake from sticking to the tin. Once you've lined your tin, you also want to get your pastry brush again and lightly spread it on the bottom and the sides as well. Once you've done that, you want to start getting the mixture ready, so leave this aside. The second step is to mash the bananas. We're going to have to do this one at a time though. Just put it here for now. Yeah. Doesn't really matter. Okay. To make this a little bit more easier, I'm going to break it up. Once you've got one banana in, it's time to mash it. I'm using a fork to help me. You could use a masher though. I'm doing this one piece at a time so it doesn't get all muddled up. Once you've mashed one banana, just keep on adding the last two. This is a lot of hard work, but it will build up your arms though. Once this is done, you want to put it aside. In a separate bowl, we need to cream the butter and the sugar until pale and fluffy. We need about 150 grams of it. Once you have the right amount of sugar, you want to put it into the bowl. You also need some butter, and that's also 150 grams. Make sure you turn up the speed slowly though. Now we're just going to leave this to the side. Okay. I'll show you what it looks like. So it should look like this texture here. Very creamy and smooth. Once you finish mixing, you want to get your mashed banana. And you want to put your creamed butter and sugar inside. Once you've done that, you want to whisk it in for a little bit. But every time you're not using your electric whisker, turn off the switch. Make sure it's off. You want to mix this a little bit and make sure it's downwards. Add in your flour and eggs. I'm going to add in the eggs one at a time though. To add in the eggs first though, but I'm just measuring out the flour to make it quicker. When we add in our eggs, we need to add them in one at a time. Once we've added it in, again we have to use a low speed to mix it in together. Time for egg number 2.
When you're you bring it again, you pull this away, give you more room to work there.
Help me, I'm just going to move this away. Time for egg number 3, the last egg. Yeah, okay. Before I do anything else, before I mix in the last egg, I'm going to have to wash my hands because you touched one egg. Have to put our whisk away, but make sure you turn off the switch. Now we're going to fold in our flour. I'm going to use the wooden spoon now. If you don't know how to fold in your mixture, I'll show you. The way we fold it is we cut a line and fold it over. So like that. And then once you've done that, you want to turn your bowl around. And then you don't want to do it that side, so it all gets in.
That looks nice.
Yeah, it's fine. Once we've folded in the flour, we need to add a pinch of salt. But there are some optional ingredients, like cinnamon or chocolate chips. I'm going to use cinnamon though. We only need about half a teaspoon of it. Yeah, that's about big. The way I'm going to add my pinch of salt is I'm going to add a little bit to a bowl, like this. Okay, once you've done that, all you have to do is just grab a pinch and add it to the mixture. Now you need to mix it in. Now it's time to pour the mixture into the tin. Now we have to put it in the oven for 1.5 hours until risen or golden brown. Make sure you're careful though, because the oven is hot. Once it's in the oven, it's time to wash up. Ooh, it smells like... Nathan, you need to go... Okay, if you stay...
Sorry, you can leave them in the shop next time.
Yeah, stay there.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, it smells like it's ready. Let's take it out of the oven. Yes, a tiny bit butter. Here's what it looks like when it's finished. A little tip is to get a knife and poke it down to the bottom, and then when you pull it out, if the knife is clean, then it's ready. If yours has one of these cuts in the middle, that's where you should poke your knife through. Oh look, it's clean, so that means it's ready. We're going to leave it. We're going to leave it to cool now for about 5 minutes. Once it's cooled down, you want to flip over the banana cake and take off the paper. Make sure you're careful though. But to make it a little bit easier, instead of lifting the wire rack, I'm going to lift over the tin. It's still a bit hot though. Now it's time to cut a piece. this is what it should look like. And now it's ready to eat. Pastry. Make sure you join us for our next snack crack bake. Bye.